Hello, and thank you for clicking on our video version of our newsletter. Unfortunately, it's just me. I'll try and maybe add some photos of the new little one, but the newsletter has been ready for 2 weeks and we've been trying to find the right opportunity to make this video, and it's just not happening. So I'm going to go ahead and make it so we can actually let you guys know what God's been up to in the North recently. So, of course, the big first news is that our little baby boy has come, Isaiah David Garrett. So it was quite the journey with him for the couple of weeks leading up to his birth. There was an awful lot of talk by midwives and doctors about stillbirth and charts and all sorts of things which were just not helpful. And ultimately, we pushed through and we did what we felt was right in the situation. And his birth was remarkably smooth. Both him and Janina completely healthy, very happy little boy. And we're super excited to welcome Isaiah into the world and to have a little boy in the Garrett clan. Live in Awe finally was able to run our very first hiking retreat as well, and it was a huge success. So myself and co-leader led 6 days of hiking and input in the Scottish outdoors with one overnight wild camp. And the pressure was high. It's the first one in Youth with a Mission Scotland and Youth with a Mission Seamill. So it felt like we were really setting the standard and setting the bar and setting the tone for the next ones. So we came into it with a lot of pressure on ourselves, but God encountered each one of these guys in incredible ways. We tried not to be too content heavy, but to just let them enjoy creation and God in creation. But each one went back different. To the point where this one lady even had an evening at her church, shared her experience and shared how they can equally encounter God in creation. It's been so popular and we've had so many inquiries that next year we're going to have to run 2. We could run 3 or 4, but we just don't have enough workers. But next year we'll be running 2. If you're interested in that, do let me know. There may still be some spaces, as we've got lots of interest, but no concrete dates yet. If you did want to see a little insight as to what that looked like in the newsletter, the written old school newsletter, there is a video that you can click on, and just a short video showing some of our journey whilst we were in the outdoors. It's been a pretty wild season for us as Seamill. God is starting a lot and doing a lot in our community, but we've had some major transitions. So I'm part of the leadership of Youth with a Mission Seamill. I was part of a leadership team of 4. One of my co-leaders, a man who had been here for in leadership about 12 years, but had been here many years beyond that. There was a 6-month transition that we all knew about, and it was a fantastic transition, nevertheless hard to say goodbye and hard to take on a lot of what he was carrying. But soon after he left, something swiped us out of left field with another one of the leaders who was remaining getting diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which was a huge shock for us. So she's now stepped out of leadership for a season to work on her health for at least 3 months. Not only was she part of the leadership team over the mission, she was part of the discipleship training school leadership. So we've had to in this last season take on a lot of weight and do a lot of things which we're not usually doing, believing that God will continue to bring the right people to be helping us as we minister to Scotland and the nations. The discipleship training school, we've come together as a mission, and we've had to hold it together because one of the key players is now gone. So we've got some great leaders running that and moving forward with that. And our belief is that this school is going to raise up a next generation of leaders as we want to continue to be empowering young people. We're Youth with a Mission. That's what we do. So we want to see the coming discipleship training schools led by these young and upcoming leaders that are in our mission at the moment. But please do pray for me and now my co-leader as we lead Youth with a Mission CMIL, for wisdom, for grace to do it well, for an increase in capacity with a new young family, with a baby with a bit of gas and a daughter who loves to jump in our bed. Please pray for strength and grace in this season. That would be much appreciated. So I mentioned the Discipleship Training School that kicked off a week and a half ago. So we've got 7 nationalities, 10 participants, a staff team of 6, just an incredible group of people. And within the first week, man, we're seeing breakthroughs that usually take 3-4 weeks to even start getting prodded on. This is a really open group who are encountering God, finding healing. And we don't want discipleship training schools just to be a place of coming and healing. It's a place of encounter, healing, and being sent out into the nations, sent to let others encounter this living God. So pray with us that that happens. I've been given some great opportunities to teach over this last week on worship, on the history of our mission, the history of what God's been doing in this nation, Scotland. So it was an honor to have the opportunity to give input to these incredible young people, as well as walk alongside the staff team who are running the school and mentor some of the actual trainees themselves. For those of you who are from my home church, Vine Evangelical Church, you may know one of the participants, a young man called Matthew. It's been incredible to have him join, sort of a very last minute thing, but nevertheless, he is encountering God, which is always exciting to see. And so as usual, Janina and myself and the family, we cannot do what we do without you partnering with us, without you giving towards what you believe God is building here in Scotland and the nations. We're currently planning outreaches to Morocco and Turkey, to some of our people groups there that we regularly try to reach out to. So I'm hoping that I'll get to go to Morocco, to one of those tribes up in the mountains that we'll hike to with the local ministry, to partner with them and bless them. Also looking forward to getting out more with the refugees locally, which I'm still doing, with the recovering addicts, although over the winter we'll sort of step back a bit from that, as we don't want these poor Iranians who have been through enough to come and freeze in the Scottish mountains. Discipling the staff here, doing local outreaches, of course the schools that are happening, and all the nitty-gritty that comes with running a mission. So there's lots going on, and it is all thanks to people like you who say yes to partnering with us and believe that God is moving here and in the nations through us. So thank you once again so much for that. If you wish to partner with us, or know of a church or somebody who you think would be interested in partnering with us, whether that is giving or praying, please do send them our direction. If giving, click on the link in the newsletter. If through prayer, please shoot us an email. We would love to have a conversation with you. Bless you, and thank you as always. As I promised, I will insert a couple of photos of baby Isaiah. Not too many. I'll try not to be an over-the-top dad, but I'll insert a few. Blessings.